It talks about how the law came through Moses, but grace and whatnot came through Messiah, right? The conjunctive doesn't necessarily mean as opposed. I think that it would be better translated as and. When I contemplate the promise that was made to Noah, that he would never again destroy the world through a flood, is that not grace? I mean, isn't it? Right? When obviously we deserve it sometimes, it could really be something sent our way, but he made a promise, and that promise is that he will not do this to us again. That is grace, right? And so when we're talking about, the Old Testament God, he was a God of wrath and judgment and all these things, but, grace comes at the cross. Grace does come at the cross. There's no two ways about it. Grace came when he promised he would not destroy the earth through a flood ever again. Grace came when he delivered a people who were not meritorious in their own right out of Egypt because he promised the fathers he would do it. He has been showing grace since the beginning. This is the greatest grace and the greatest promise and the greatest righteousness that we can ever cling to. Doesn't mean we should throw the other ones away. Don't get me wrong, right? I mean, for me, I'm not throwing away my salvation, but I'm really glad I'm not going to be in a flood next week. Well, at least not one that consumes the whole earth. You know what I mean? I'm going to cling to that promise too, right? This idea that now that we've got this promise, we don't need those other ones, is like, there's interesting thing to think about. We have the promise of the grace that comes through Messiah Yeshua, but do we have a promise that grace is going to save the whole world from being destroyed in the fire? It doesn't. So I'll keep the other promises too. At least I can have the salvation and not be destroyed in the worldwide flood. Yeah?